God's advice today. Have you ever felt that God is trying to speak to you, yet in the busyness of life, His signs go unnoticed? This message invites you to pause, reflect, and open your heart. Perhaps this is exactly what you needed to hear today. Watch until the end with openness, and if these words touch you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to receive more messages like this. Don't forget to check the pinned comment for a 1-minute prayer and a recommended message to help strengthen your faith even more. God said, "My beloved son, there has never been a single second in which I turned my eyes away from you, even when you thought you were walking alone. I know the weight you carried in silence, the battles you fought without applause, and the questions you kept in your heart for fear of finding no answers. I saw when you smiled on the outside and cried on the inside, when you kept going even while exhausted, when you chose to trust even without understanding. Every step you took was watched with love, every fall was recorded with care, and every new beginning was sustained by my hand. Do you feel that you are ready for a deep change in your life and in the lives of those you love? Sometimes all we need is a small step of faith to open the doors of abundance, peace, and blessings that God has already prepared for us. A simple 1-minute prayer can be the beginning of a spiritual journey that transforms the inside and reflects on the outside. If you desire to attract more light, balance, and prosperity, spiritual and material, click on the first comment. There you will find a simple practice, guided with love, that can help you connect more deeply with the divine presence in your life. Do not mistake my silence for indifference, for while you were waiting, I was working behind the scenes of your story, moving people, adjusting circumstances, and protecting paths you could not yet see. There are things that can only flourish after roots grow deep, and I used the waiting to strengthen you from within. What seemed like delay was care, what seemed like loss was protection. I heard every prayer you could not put into words and answered even before you had the courage to ask. Remain firm, because the care that has sustained you until now will also lead you forward. Nothing was in vain, nothing was forgotten, nothing escaped my love. I am with you at all times, on clear days and long nights, today and always. Comment, God sees me, hears me, and takes care of me at all times. Now, dear son, allow your heart to rest, because what lies before you is not born of chance, but of my continual care. This transition does not carry loss, it carries alignment. It does not close cycles through pain, but through fulfillment. I gathered every fragment of what you thought was broken and carefully rebuilt what needed to remain. Nothing was wasted, neither time, nor tears, nor silence. The doors that closed were not rejection, they were protection. The delays that troubled you were necessary adjustments so that you would arrive whole at what is now beginning to be revealed. The time of harvest requires maturity, not anxiety, and that is why I led you step by step, even when you wanted to run. What I am preparing for you is not unstable, does not depend on circumstances, and will not fall apart with the wind. It is solid, enduring, and the fruit of a well-cared-for process. Do not feel the need to explain my work to those who did not walk with you in the desert. Trust. My timing is never late, and my care never fails. Everything is exactly where it should be. Comment, I trust God's timing, even when I do not understand the process. I know you beyond any label others tried to place on you, and I am not confused by the marks left by the pains of the journey. I see you as I formed you, whole, purposeful, set apart for a specific time, and deeply loved. Where they tried to limit your vision, I expanded your horizons. Where they diminished you, I planted silent growth. Where they wounded you, I preserved your essence. Nothing in you was born by chance, and your story was not written without intention. Before your feet touched the earth, I had already breathed destiny into your spirit and called your name with love. The gifts I placed within you were not lost, they were only waiting for the right time to awaken. Do not let old wounds dictate who you are today, for your identity was not built by falls, but by my calling. Circumstances change, opinions shift, and scenes transform, but what I declare over you remains unchangeable. You are my son, chosen, sustained, and protected, and nothing has the power to annul that. Walk with the certainty of one who knows where he comes from and where he is going. When you remember who you are in me, no situation will have the power to confuse you or steal your peace. Comment: my identity is grounded in God, not in circumstances. Yes, there were moments when your heart felt forgotten and your steps seemed unnoticed, but even when no one saw you, I was attentive to every detail of your walk. In the places where you felt invisible, I hid you to protect you, keeping you away from the noise that confuses and the distractions that weaken purpose. While many sought to be seen, I led you into the silence that matures, the depth that sustains, and the truth that transforms. There, far from the spotlight, I worked on your character, aligned your motivations, and strengthened your faith. What I am doing in you does not need human validation, because it is born of my promise and sustained by my favor. The approval that truly matters does not come from people, it comes from me, and it accompanies you even when there is no applause. Remain firm, even if the process feels lonely, because the growth that happens in secret is solid and resilient. In the right time, what was formed in silence will bloom with strength, bearing fruit that does not depend on appearance, but on roots. Trust this, every hidden day had purpose, every unseen step built something eternal. Comment: God is working in me even when no one sees. Did you know that there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-seated beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a profound impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to explore this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you would like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. When weariness tried to persuade you to give up, I was the strength holding you upright. It was not merely your own endurance that kept you standing, but my grace working deeply within you. In the days when your thoughts felt scattered and your heart felt fragile, I breathed clarity into your mind and peace into your spirit. You were never alone. Even when you could not feel me, I remained beside you, guiding your steps, redirecting your path, and preventing falls you never even noticed. My presence is not dependent on your awareness, but on my unwavering faithfulness. I guard you in ways you cannot measure and protect you in moments you do not remember. I have been your shelter in the heat of the day and your rest in the middle of the storm. I see the silent strength you have carried and the faith you chose when answers were absent. Do not doubt my nearness now. Just as I sustained you then, I sustain you today and will sustain you tomorrow. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. Psalm 121 verse 5. Comment, God sustains me even when my strength fails. Free yourself from the weight of the past, my son. What has already happened does not hold authority over what I am building now. The pain was real, but it is not your final sentence. I am the one who turns scars into testimonies and broken chapters into beginnings filled with honor. This season will not end in defeat, but in restoration and dignity. Where you once thought everything had ended, I will reveal my power in ways you did not imagine. Allow me to lead your heart without resistance. Healing does not come from denying what hurt you, but from placing every wound into my hands. I know what you lost, what disappointed you, and what still aches quietly within you. Trust me enough to release it. The future I am preparing requires a heart that is light, surrendered, and willing to believe again. Let go, not because the pain was small, but because my purpose is greater. Comment, I give my past to God and trust the future He prepares. You will feel my presence most strongly in the very places where sadness once lived. I am the God who walks into ruins and builds homes of peace. Nothing you experienced was wasted. Every trial refined you, every delay strengthened you, and every tear prepared you to carry what is now approaching. I have given you sensitivity to love deeply, discernment to choose wisely, and courage to remain steady when others retreat. All of this is part of what I am releasing over your life in this new season. You are not behind. You are prepared. What once wounded you will now serve as proof of my faithfulness. I am weaving meaning into everything you thought was random. Even the things you did not understand are being aligned for good. And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God. Romans chapter 8 verse 28. Rest in this truth and move forward without fear. Comment, God transforms my pain into purpose. Declare my name over your home, and peace will take its place there. Declare my name over your paths, and security will walk with you. There is power in words when they are born from faith. I have given you authority to realign what was out of order and to break chains that once tried to bind you. Do not reduce who you are to fit into places I never called you to occupy. Walk firmly, with your head lifted and your heart anchored in truth. You do not walk alone. I go before you, I surround you, and I remain within you. Where fear once whispered, let faith now speak. Where doubt lingered, let trust rise. This is your time to move with confidence, not arrogance, and with humility, not hesitation. I am with you, and my name over your life is enough. Comment, I declare the name of God over my life and my home. Rise up, beloved son, and take the place I have given you, for what I have prepared no one can steal, delay, or diminish. My approval has never depended on your perfection, but on my word, and my word never returns empty. When I promise, I fulfill. When I restore, it is complete. When I return what was lost, it is whole and abundant. Trust me even when everything seems still, because my work never stops, even in silence. What is coming toward you will not be temporary or fragile. It will have structure, purpose, and endurance. I am leading you into a season of stability, where joy will no longer depend on circumstances, but on the unshakable certainty of my presence with you. Walk without fear, for I go before you, opening paths that no one can close and establishing what no one can destroy. Remain in me, anchored in truth, confident in my faithfulness. Do not look back as if the best has already passed, because what I am beginning now carries greater depth, peace, and fulfillment than anything you have known before. This is not an ending, but a new beginning marked by consistency, clarity, and rest for your soul. Hold firmly to hope, for faithful is the one who promised. Comment, I trust in God's promises, because He is faithful. Comment, I believe, a new season begins now in God. My beloved son, listen carefully to what I speak now, for these words are not born from chance or emotion, but flow from my eternal heart directly into your willing spirit. Everything I am doing in your life does not end with you alone, but extends beyond you, reaching those who will come after, opening paths they will walk because of the obedience you chose in silence. Honor me as the unfolding takes place, even when you do not fully understand the process, for the reverence you show now will become dignity revealed in the outcome. When I ask you to speak truth even when silence feels easier, I am forming in you an authority that is not rooted in force but in faithfulness. Keep your heart calm when reacting would be simpler, forgive even while the wound still aches, and desire good for others even when their actions toward you are unkind. This is how you rise without losing your soul. This is how you remain in the place I myself have secured for you. Understand this clearly, you are not blocked, you are not unseen, and you are not confined. You are exactly where you need to be to perceive what I am about to show you. Nothing has slipped beyond my control. Nothing has been wasted. Guard the clarity of your inner being, protect the purity of your heart, and remain close to me, for certain things had to leave so that what comes directly from me could be revealed without distortion. Some removals were not punishment, but preparation. I cleared away what confused you, what clouded your discernment, what interfered with your spiritual sight. Even when it hurt, I was preparing the ground so the new would not be compromised. Trust me, what I remove will never compare to what I restore. What I close will never outweigh what I am about to open. You asked for greater things, deeper things, broader horizons, and I heard every desire that was never spoken aloud. I am responding, even if my answer has not come in the way you imagined. What I give surpasses any offer this world can make. I give fully, at the appointed time, with unshakable strength and purpose. Every quiet effort you made, every moment you chose peace over conflict, every time you guarded your heart against misleading words, I saw it all. Nothing went unnoticed. Nothing was overlooked. What was done in secret will be brought into the light, not to exalt you, but to reveal my faithfulness. I witnessed your maturity when no one applauded, your restraint when no one defended you, and your integrity when compromise seemed easier. I will lift you up in such a way that it will be clear to all that your elevation comes only from me. The actions of others do not define who you truly are. Your past mistakes do not determine your future. The opinions spoken about you do not diminish the value I placed within you. You are mine, set apart, purified by my nature, sustained by my grace, and secured by my strength. I surround you with my affection, and I do not withdraw my hand when you stumble. I teach you how to rise with greater wisdom. You are not what was spoken over you in moments of misunderstanding. You are who I declared you to be from the beginning, and my word stands when every other voice fades away. There are still challenges ahead, but none of them will be faced alone. I walk with you, I smooth the path before your feet, and I guard every step you take. I stand behind you as your shield, before you as your guide, and within you as your life. I speak to you now because I know the silent longings you carry deep within your heart. The prayers you never found the courage to voice reached me directly. I saw the burdens you carried in solitude, the tears you held back, the nights when fear hovered close, and the mornings when you pressed forward with determination despite your weariness. In every one of those moments, I was present. My presence never wavered. My gaze never turned away. I watched you with tenderness even when you believed no one noticed. Let this truth settle deeply within your spirit. I chose you. You are seen. You were never isolated. My favor rests upon you. When the weight felt unbearable, I kept you standing. When others overlooked you, I recognized you fully. When darkness attempted to obscure your way, I ignited a steady light within you. You were brought into existence for a purpose far greater than you can presently comprehend. The trials meant to break you only strengthened your inner foundation. I did not allow the storms to destroy you. I used them to anchor your roots more deeply. Even when you feel weak, there is a strength within you that does not originate from yourself, but from my own essence living within you. My beloved son, I speak to you from the place where all beginnings are formed and all endings are understood. I have always known the rhythm of your breath, the language of your silence, and the questions you carried when words were not enough. Long before you understood your own depth, I was already guiding you into it. Your identity has never been confined to what eyes can see or hands can touch. I have been unveiling you across unseen realms, shaping you beyond the limits of this world. Every step you have taken has been accompanied by my presence, even when you believed yourself alone. I placed along your path those whose spirits resonate with mine, those sent ahead to prepare spaces you have not yet entered but already belong to you. Nothing in your life has been random. Even the pauses, even the detours, even the seasons that felt like silence were filled with my activity. I have surrounded you completely, not only to protect you but to affirm you. My care has never weakened, never wavered, never withdrawn. When doubt tried to erode your confidence, my confirmation stood firm beneath you, strengthening what you could not yet see. Everything I have ordained for you already exists in readiness. There is no lack in my plan, no missing piece, no forgotten promise. You are walking with me, in step with my heart, and every moment of your becoming has been held securely in my hands. Every true need you carry will be met by my abundance, not because you earned it, but because I delight in giving. Your deepest longings are not hidden from me, they were planted by me. I know the difference between what you desire from wounds and what your spirit yearns for from truth, and I respond to the latter with great faithfulness. I do not measure you by merit or performance. My love is not a reward, it is a gift freely given, poured out without condition. This is not sentiment but covenant, not emotion but promise. What I have started within you will reach completion because I am constant and unwavering. When others withdrew their presence, I remained. When voices faded, mine endured. I stayed near when disappointment tried to convince you that you had been abandoned. Even when you could not feel me, I was closer than ever, working quietly, steadily, intentionally. I was strengthening foundations that would later support great weight. I was teaching your spirit how to rest in certainty rather than circumstance. Nothing you endured was wasted. Each moment contributed to the wholeness I am forming in you, and this season, this exact chapter of your life, has been appointed with purpose specifically for you. When hope grew thin and your expectations were bruised by delay, I did not stop working. I moved beyond what your eyes could follow, arranging outcomes that required time and precision. You may have felt overlooked, yet I never turned my attention away from you. You may have felt restrained, but I was protecting you from paths that would have diminished you. You may have felt broken, but I was building endurance, depth, and wisdom that could only be formed through perseverance. I saw every tear you shed in solitude, every question you whispered into the quiet. None escaped my notice. Each contributed to a greater good that you could not yet perceive. What felt like loss was often preparation. What felt like emptiness was making room. This period was not punishment or delay, it was designation. I was aligning you with the version of yourself capable of stewarding what is coming. You were being shaped for longevity, not momentary relief. The strength you now carry was forged in those unseen hours, and it will serve you well as you step forward with clarity and resolve. Now I am granting you insight that cuts through confusion and discernment that steadies your decisions. I am fortifying your inner resolve so that you are not easily shaken by external noise. I am bringing into your life people who are meant to walk with you, not to hinder your progress but to enhance it. These connections are intentional, aligned with my design, and rooted in peace. At the same time, certain relationships that once felt heavy are gently loosening. This is not loss, it is release. Do not cling to what no longer nourishes your spirit. I am removing what drains you so that I can introduce what restores you. The voices I am bringing will speak calm into your thoughts and affirmation into your steps. They will not compete with your calling but confirm it. Trust the shifts you are experiencing. They are not signs of instability but evidence of alignment. I am reorganizing your surroundings to match the direction I am leading you. As you allow these changes, you will feel a growing lightness, a sense of clarity that confirms you are moving forward in truth. Do not grieve what I am now taking away. Each separation is necessary for the new light I am releasing into your life. I am guiding you to places you have never known, spaces where your spirit will recognize belonging even before your mind understands it. When weariness presses in, I will give you deep and lasting calm. When circumstances feel overwhelming, I will offer clarity that cuts through the chaos. Stay close to me as you move ahead. Trust the unfolding, even when the path is not fully visible. I have not brought you this far to abandon you. My presence strengthens every step you take. The uncertainties of your past will soon testify to the steadiness of my truth. Unexpected turns do not surprise me. They align perfectly with what I am bringing forth. Do not diminish your desires or believe they are too vast. I would never withhold what your spirit truly needs. I am already preparing it, setting it in place, orchestrating its arrival. What you pursue with sincerity has already been set in motion by my hand, and nothing meant for you will pass you by. My timing is exact, and this moment is chosen. Do not compare your journey with another's, for what I am doing within you is unique and unrepeatable. I know every day of your life, every thought you have pondered, every choice you have weighed. The path designed for you is unlike any other, and what I am offering is not temporary or fragile. It is crafted specifically for you, built to endure. I placed within you a resilience that many do not carry, because I knew the weight you would face. The challenges you encountered were proportionate to the strength I placed inside you. Freedom awaits you, expansive and unconfined. What is coming will exceed mere provision, it will overflow. My generosity will shape you into a source of kindness and stability for those around you. Scarcity is not your destiny. You are moving forward. Old fears, outdated patterns, and lingering doubts are losing their hold. Everything is shifting because I am leading you, and my way is sure. I am preparing what lies ahead with precision and care. Every step I take on your behalf is deliberate. Every part of your being will find its rightful place, your peace, your needs, your relationships, your thoughts, the core of who you are. All will align with the course I have set before you. Let my presence quiet your mind and settle your heart. Allow my words to sink deeply into your spirit. The sequence now unfolding is working for your highest good. You are stepping into the exact path prepared for you, neither early nor late. I waited for this moment to give you what you have long desired, and now it has arrived. Stand with confidence. Keep your spirit open, your trust firm, and your focus on me. What becomes clear now will heal the memory of what once troubled you. I am strengthening your efforts, lifting heavy burdens, and bringing forth new realities that cannot be stopped. From this moment forward, walk with assurance, speak with truth, live with courage, and rest in the certainty that I am always with you, guiding you into all that has been promised. Your true self, distinct and unmistakable, was never erased or diminished, only temporarily covered by seasons of worry, pressure, and expectations that were never meant to shape your identity. Those layers formed slowly, almost invisibly, through responsibilities, disappointments, and the quiet need to survive. Yet beneath them, your essence remained untouched, preserved with intention and care. Now, those coverings are lifting, not through force, but through understanding and grace. What emerges is the person I designed with purpose, resilience, sensitivity, and depth. You are entering a clarity that cannot be copied or borrowed, a way of being that carries quiet authority without striving for attention. As you grow into this truth, you will notice that your presence alone brings calm, insight, and light to spaces that once felt heavy or uncertain. This is not something you must perform or defend. It flows naturally when you allow yourself to stand as you are becoming. The season of hiding has ended, and the season of revealing has begun, gently yet powerfully, reshaping how you see yourself and how the world responds to you. Do not hurry this unfolding, and do not pressure yourself to arrive at a finished version of who you are. Allow the process to move at its intended pace, like morning light slowly filling the horizon. Each step taken in trust gives room for authenticity to breathe and expand. You are not being asked to strive harder, prove your worth, or exhaust yourself in effort. You are being invited to live honestly, aligned with the gifts, wisdom, and sensitivity already placed within you. As you move in that alignment, what comes next will feel grounded rather than forced, peaceful rather than chaotic. You will recognize it not by noise or urgency, but by a deep sense of rightness. Even challenges will carry meaning instead of confusion. Let go of the belief that growth must be painful or rushed. True transformation often feels steady, quiet, and deeply affirming. As you honor this rhythm, you will discover that becoming yourself is not a task to complete, but a life to inhabit with sincerity and trust. There will be moments when familiar voices from the past attempt to reclaim your attention, speaking in tones of doubt, regret, or fear. They may remind you of former limitations or replay stories that no longer belong to you. When this happens, do not argue with the noise. Return instead to stillness. In quiet awareness, remember who walks with you and steadies your inner ground. My presence does not appear only in moments of clarity or success. It remains constant even when your emotions shift or your confidence feels fragile. I am with you when certainty fades and questions rise. I anchor you when the weight of old patterns tries to pull you backward. In moments of confusion, I gently realign your focus with what is true. You are not required to have everything figured out to be guided. You are supported even when you feel unsure. Each time you choose stillness over fear, you strengthen your connection to truth, and the noise gradually loses its power to define you. What is opening before you now is not delicate or easily broken. It has been reinforced by every delay that tested your patience, every unanswered question that stretched your faith, and every quiet choice to keep going when nothing seemed to change. These moments were not wasted. They formed depth, discernment, and endurance within you. You are not behind, and you have not missed your moment. You are standing precisely where growth meets purpose, where preparation becomes expression. As movement begins to quicken, allow yourself to trust both the pace and the peace that accompanies it. You do not need to control what unfolds. Let clarity replace urgency. Let confidence replace comparison. When you sense acceleration, know it is not meant to overwhelm you, but to carry you forward with intention. Everything you need for this next phase has already been shaped within you through time and experience. Walk forward now without shrinking or apologizing for your presence. Allow your life to speak gently but firmly of hope, integrity, and quiet strength. You do not need to be loud to be impactful, nor perfect to be meaningful. As you release what no longer aligns with who you are becoming, you create space for what is meant to remain and grow. Trust that what stays will nourish you, and what leaves has completed its purpose. Move with openness, courage, and sincerity. Let your choices reflect the peace you are learning to carry. And hold this truth deeply within you as you continue. You are fully known, carefully guided, and consistently supported. You do not walk this path alone. Every step forward is witnessed, strengthened, and accompanied with unwavering presence and care. My beloved child, There was a season when you felt unseen, when your efforts seemed to dissolve into silence and your faithfulness went unnoticed by human eyes. Yet even then, I was carefully bringing you forward, positioning you without noise or display. You were never meant to force recognition or plead for validation, because your presence carries its own authority. I am the one who causes hearts to recognize what truly matters, and I will make your existence known to those appointed to walk beside you. They will not be drawn merely by what you do, but by who you are becoming. They will perceive the calling within you that cannot be manufactured or imitated. What once felt like constant striving will find its true meaning when you rest it in my hands. I ask you now to listen with trust, not with fear. Do not hesitate or diminish your worth, for I have established it. Stand firmly where I have placed you, even if the ground feels unfamiliar. The path ahead is new, untouched by past burdens. You are not carrying yesterday's weight into tomorrow's promise. I have released you from limitations you did not even know were shaping your thoughts. What lies before you is not a continuation of struggle, but the unfolding of freedom shaped by my intention. The sense of insufficiency that once whispered that you were not enough has lost its power. The hesitation that caused you to retreat from new doors has been gently removed by my hand. The inner questions that slowed your growth when your heart longed to expand have been quieted. I am not searching for a replacement or a revised version of you. I am revealing the authentic self I have always known. This is the you I have been patiently shaping through seasons of waiting, learning, and endurance. You are beginning to understand your true standing with me, and that understanding is changing how you live. This inner shift will lead you beyond what feels familiar or safe. Not everyone around you will comprehend your direction or the choices you make as you grow. Some will question the person you are becoming, because transformation often unsettles those who remain comfortable where they are. But I do not require their approval. I ask only that you remain aligned with me. As you do, your confidence will not come from outward agreement, but from the quiet certainty of walking in truth. I am calling you to walk closely with me, to loosen your grip on what once felt easy or predictable. In releasing what is common, you will gain insight that cannot be learned through comfort alone. There is a strength rising within you that does not originate from this world, a steadiness formed by trust rather than control. I am settling you into a place where you will find true support, not superficial praise. Your presence will carry lasting influence, not temporary impact. What I am forming within you is not fleeting or fragile. It is rooted, enduring, and purposeful. Through your life, I am bringing forth something eternal, something that extends beyond personal success or recognition. You are not walking this path alone. I am drawing near those who align with my purpose for you, people who speak truth, offer understanding, and stand with integrity. These relationships will strengthen the true self I have established in you. Even now, you are beginning to notice the signs, the subtle confirmations that you are not isolated, but accompanied. The transformation has already begun within you. You feel a deeper pull toward stillness, a desire to be present with me rather than distracted by noise. Concerns that once dominated your thoughts no longer hold the same weight. This is not coincidence or chance. These are clear signals of inner renewal. You have changed more than you realize, and the change has come swiftly because I have accelerated your growth. I have sharpened your understanding and taught you to trust my timing above your own plans. You are learning that waiting is not stagnation, but preparation. Now you are stepping into the open expression of what I have been shaping quietly within you. What was once hidden from your awareness is being brought into clarity. You are beginning to see with new perception the care and precision with which I have arranged your journey. The quiet work I have done in your deepest places is now becoming visible in how you move through daily life, with intention rather than urgency. Do not search for complicated explanations, for what I reveal is both simple and profound. It is the unveiling of purpose, the steady emergence of a design formed long before you were aware of it. This truth is not meant to be questioned endlessly, but received fully. It is a knowing that settles your spirit and anchors your heart. I have established a new rhythm within you, a steady pulse that reflects my unchanging nature. You will notice a calm confidence guiding your steps, replacing the uncertainty that once made decisions feel heavy. Choices that previously caused hesitation will now carry clarity, guided by an inner wisdom I have placed within you. This is not guesswork or emotion-driven impulse. It is the grounded truth of who you are becoming, rooted in the identity I have always seen. You are learning to live fully in the present moment, where the future I am preparing begins to take tangible form. There may be times when what you perceive ahead feels larger than what you believe you can hold. Yet I assure you, I have prepared you for this expansion. Your capacity to understand, to give, and to receive has widened far beyond your current awareness. The boundaries you once assumed were fixed have dissolved. I have extended your reach and deepened your insight. I have strengthened your resolve in ways that do not depend on external circumstances. These changes were not achieved through relentless effort alone. They are gifts woven into your very being. Your journey is uniquely yours, shaped specifically for your unfolding. There is no need to compare your path with another's, for each story carries its own purpose. What I ask of you is not imitation, but embodiment. Live from the authenticity I have planted within you. Your experiences, reflections, and quiet resilience are intentional, forming a narrative only you can live. Amid countless distractions and competing voices, remain anchored in what is true. As you do, your life will speak with clarity, and your presence will reflect the depth of what has been formed within you. I hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.